Okie dokie. Thanks for joining me on such short notice, gentlemen. Just so we're on the same page, I'm looking for someone to fill in for me while I go on vacation. And based on your resumes, you're definitely the best of the best, or shall I say the worst of the worst. Well, let's go around the horn and introduce ourselves. My name, of course, is Satan. I'm the CEO of Hell.
Oh, I guess I'll go first. I'm Scott Silverman, CEO of Positive ID. I'm hoping to spread pestilence and, of course, human microchips for everyone.
Hello, Lloyd Blankfein from Goldman Sachs, sometimes known as Golden Slacks. Boom! Yeah, anyway, I'm here to spread evil, which on Wall Street we usually refer to as short selling. By the way, I intend to short sell evil, too. I dare you to figure that one out. Boom!
Bill Swanson, defense contractor. Raytheon, I manufacture the very chip.
Cheerio! I'm Hugh Grant from Monsanto. Bollocks! I'm here for the role of starvation and/or famine.
Why the fakey accent? You're not the actor, Hugh Grant. You're a totally different person who happens to have the same name.
Yes, I know.
So, Mr. Silverman, how do you... Ouch!
Gotcha!
You injected me with a microchip.
I did. Feel safer?
Cheryl, bring me some Neosporin. Silverman just injected a microchip into me without asking. It's really looking infected and weird, and, yep, there's definitely a lump on my left nut.
Hello? Yeah, issue derivatives based on Satan's good health. Then short sell the crap out of them. Shh, he's about to get cancer. Ka-ching!
You guys are super douchey.
Yes, we are.
Pip pip, I say, would anyone like a mutant tomato before I head topside to crush me some farmers between me bullocks and butt cheeks, bum cheeks?
I just realized something, Mr. Satan. You need a monkey in your pants, just like mine.
Everyone out! Out! Jeebus. You guys are worse than me, and I'm Satan. Cheryl, send in the guys from IBM, WellPoint, Philip Morris, and BP.
I think Americans are, sometimes you hear politicians say this, they'll have to roll this one out a couple of times a week. The American people are a lot smarter than they're given credit for. And I think it's exactly the opposite. They're a lot stupider than they're given credit for. They really are. You know, you just look at them on the street, you say, geez. You know, and the stuff they do, the stuff they buy, all they care about is getting a salad shooter. Getting sneakers with lights in them. That's a big thing. Somebody got a jet ski. Oh, you got to get a jet ski. It's dumb. They're going to, sooner or later, people are going to be born in this country. You're going to have a barcode. They tattoo a barcode on your arm when you're born, and maybe put a chip in your head and track you your whole life. I'll bet you could get your kid, you sell a logo to tattoo on his forehead. $50,000 for your college education. Coca-Cola comes off in 20 years. You know, it just fades away. I'll bet you they could do it. You could sell, you know what you could probably sell in this country? Fried chicken heads, just heads. Because they would buy it. They would say, well, how much is that? $1. Oh, get two. Get one for me. They're stupid. They don't know. They don't think about anything.
Implantable human chips. Supporters hail the technology as a medical marvel, but critics warn that the potential risks are real.
Well, they talked about, for example, electrical hazards. This thing is by no means inert. The way it works is it actually picks up and amplifies ambient electromagnetic energy from the reader devices. And if you have one of these things in your arm and you get within range of a powerful electromagnetic field, it can actually burn you.
Oh, and by the way, it can kill you if you get out of line. A closer look at the who and the why behind this idea.
All right, this next story may sound like something out of, well, a Hollywood thriller. A Saudi inventor has created a killer microchip. It's designed to track terrorists and criminals and, well, you can think of somebody. Not only does it include a GPS device, it also has a lethal dose of cyanide, which can be activated at any time. You get my point? The inventor's bid for a patent has been rejected in Germany. Joining us now this morning to talk about it, Jake Ward, deputy editor of Popular Science. Okay, this is pretty macabre, pretty sinister and nefarious. How exactly would this work?
Well, there's a category of technology that involves GPS tracking systems being shrunk down to the size where you could actually implant it surgically. And we've seen a number of applications for this. This is without question the most sinister version of it that I've certainly heard of. You know, and the notion of tracking criminals is not new, but the notion of killing them remotely, I think, is a whole new thing.
Yeah, and Germany says, look, we're not going to approve this.
That's
because for that very purpose. And apparently, in some of the paperwork and applying for the patent, you know, you could track fugitives from justice, terrorists, illegal immigrants, criminals, political opponents, defectors, and Saudi Arabians who don't return home from pilgrimage. It's a little bit wild.
I agree. I mean, the thing about you know, this kind of patent is Germany has very tight laws about making sure that you're not registering something that really is just a bad idea, a scary idea. And in this case, this guy obviously has some very strong feelings about what it would be used for, but it just seems a little outlandish.
Yeah, well, terrorist groups might be interested. I'm sure they'd be happy to grant their own form of a patent for that.
Sure.
The bigger world, though, of GPS, talk to us about how it's being used to, for example, track sex offenders?
Sure. The Washington State Legislature right now is considering the possibility of registering perhaps 100 sex offenders with a GPS chip that's implanted in their shoulder because they found that a few of them have been wearing them on their wrists and then have cut them off, which just defeats the purpose. And so, but the larger world of this technology is actually pretty happy stuff. I mean, there is new technology for tracking Alzheimer's patients, you know, who
who may wander away.
Right. Right.
Sure.
Tracking the vital signs of professional athletes from the sideline. You know, there's been a couple of cases in which, you know, football players have collapsed of heat exhaustion, and seeing the early warning signs of that, there's technology that sort of allows you to do that remotely. You know, even something as benign as keeping track of your dog, you know, a radio frequency tag implanted in your pet, the vet, you know, finds a stray, scans it, and finds its rightful owner in an instant.
Yeah. Do you see an explosion of the use of GPS devices? And obviously a lot of people are concerned about an intrusion of privacy.
Absolutely, sure. I mean, I think that there is a trade-off there, and obviously this you know, the inventor who filed for this patent has gone across the line in terms of privacy. Yeah. But you know, the use of GPS in the future will allow you to, you know, you'll never lose your wallet again. You'll never lose your keys again. It's that kind of stuff where you're gonna, you know, you'll be able to beep any object you own, you know, and find it in the house. And so, you know, there's the vicious expression, and then there's the really, really helpful expression that I think we'll see in the future.
You know, I lose socks in the dryer. I don't know how that happens. Maybe that would help me in that regard. Jake Ward, Deputy Editor of Popular Science. Interesting stuff. Thanks very much.
I've got my little buddies microchipped. Baby
Do you really?
Basha. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do, just in case they get away, and then you bring them and let you take them to like the checkout counter at the grocery store, and you scan them, and then they say, hey, I belong to Megan Kelly.
That is very cool, yeah.
Microchip has been approved by the FDA as a Class II medical device in order to identify high-risk patients in an emergency situation. It's elective, it's voluntary, and it is certainly critical to the evolution of information technology in healthcare.
Oh, go ahead.
You have one in your arm right now.
That's correct.
Where is it?
It's in the upper right arm. It's a simple injection process, just like getting a shot of penicillin.
Is it painful?
Not at all. They numb the area slightly. You don't feel it. They put a Band-Aid on it. Within 2 days, you don't even know it's there.
And can we, I don't know, did you get a good shot of this, Peter, the chip? I don't know how tight you can get on it, but these are small, and you've got a scanner with you right now.
That's correct.
Right?
This is the passive scanner.
The critics would say, and I listened to it, and I'm trying to figure it out, but they use the they word a lot. Is there a vast RFID conspiracy out there that is they would say this is a slippery slope. This is the first thing. This is the way you lull us into a false sense of security. We all get these things. And then the next thing, you know, I don't know, it's
making
like
Soylent Green.
Like the Trilateral Commission, or the whole world gets taken over, like in Terminator 3 or something. Is anything? I mean, do we need to worry?
There's no conspiracy, Joe.
You sure?
I'm sure.
I'm looking at you.
I'm looking
at your eyebrow. It twitches when you say that a little bit.
And I'm looking back at you.
And
let me say this. Let me say this. As far as the RFID industry is concerned,
I'm spying on you. Oh, hello. My name is Scott Silverman. I'm the CEO of Positive ID. We're the makers of the Very Chip. It's a microchip that's injected into people in order to track, help them. Some conspiracy theorists are accusing us of invading privacy or spying or even causing cancer. Ha ha ha! None of that is true. In fact, the name of our company used to be called Very Chip. Now it's called Positive ID. Get it? We're positive. Lee helping you by shoving a weird electronic device into your body. Get it? So let me explain what it is we do here. Maybe you've adopted a dog, a cat, or a monkey recently. Well, the shelter probably already injected a microchip into your pet in order to track it if it gets lost. Allow me to demonstrate with Mr. Tinkles, the monkey that lives in my pants. Well, howdy, Mr. Tinkles. It's time for your microchip. Now hold still. I'm just f***ing with you, Mr. Tinkles. Back into my pants with you. Now, if you and your family are injected with our microchip, your doctor will be able to scan your medical records from the chip in your body. You know, in case the doctor is totally incompetent and can't get copies the regular way. Because doctors are stupid. Speaking of which, some people say our microchips cause cancer. Well, that's just crazy talk. So it caused cancer in some lab animals. How do we know that cancer isn't just a wild conspiracy theory? Do you seriously know anyone who gets cancer anymore? If so, then they're f***ing liars! Besides, if people get cancer from the chip, then we'll develop a new chip that kills the cancer. And if the cancer-killing chip causes cancer, then, I don't know, whatever. Amputations, maybe. Anyway, Positive ID is at the vanguard of human microchipping technology. But some people are worried that, say, for example, a random government would come along and ask us to make a chip that could track the movements of people. Evil, twisted people who are probably up to something anyway. Well, I'm here to tell you that Positive ID would never, ever, 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 never, never do that. We're not in the business of invading privacy, not Positive ID. Nope. I would probably just form a sister company with my friends at IBM and Raytheon called, say, Sunshine Bubble Chocolate Corp. See what I did there? Gave an awesomely wicked thing a fuzzy, cuddly name. Anyway, Sunshine Bubbles Chocolate Corp would make the chips, not Positive ID, so stop calling me a liar. No. Keep talking. Keep writing crazy things about us. Our lawyers won't bother you in your underground bunkers. Just don't fall asleep, you tinfoil hat grassy knoll balls. Don't get sick. Don't pass out at a party. Don't get arrested or travel to any place that requires inoculations because Sunshine Bubble Chocolate Corp will be there with our gigantic syringes. And then we'll have your cancerous nuts in our pockets, right next to wads of limitless government cash. That's right. Positive ID is here to help technology help you. Isn't that right, Mr. Tinkles?
I learned an awful lot from Mr. Rockefeller. And one of the things that we used to talk about was the ultimate plan of the banking industry, what they wanted to accomplish. And the goals of the banking industry, not just the Federal Reserve System, but the private banks in Germany and England, all over Italy, all over the world, they all work together. They're all central banks. And they're all part of the Communist Manifesto. You know, central banking is one of the major planks of the Communist Manifesto. We talk about America being a capitalistic country, but yet at the same time we have a central bank that plans everything for us, right? And the graduated income tax is another plank of the Communist Manifesto, right? So right there you have two major planks of the Communist Manifesto that have been brought in because of the Federal Reserve System, okay? So the ultimate goal that these people have in mind is the goal to create a one-world government run by the banking industry, run by the bankers, and they're doing it in sections. The European currency, the euro, and the European Constitution is one part of it. Now they're trying to do it in America with the North American Union, right? And they want to create a new currency called the Amero, right? And the whole agenda is to create a one-world government where everybody has an RFID chip implanted in them. All money is to be in those chips, right? There'll be no more cash. And this is getting me straight from Rockefeller himself. This is what they want to accomplish. And all money will be in your chips. And so instead of having cash, anytime you have money in your chip, they can take out whatever they want to take out whenever they want to. If they say you owe us this much money in taxes, they just deduct it out of your chip digitally.
Total control.
Total control. And if you're like me or you, and you're protesting what they're doing, they can just turn off your chip. And you have nothing. You can't buy food. You can't do anything. It's total control of the people.
And that chip's connected to a database that has your purchasing records, what you do, what
everything,
you sell.
Everything is in there, you know? And so they want a one-world government controlled by them, everybody being chipped, all your money in those chips, and they control the chips, and they control people. And you become a slave. You become a serf to these people. That's their goal. That's their intentions.
Can a microscopic tag be implanted in a person's body to track his every movement? There's actual discussion about that. You will rule on that, mark my words, before your tenure is over. Can brain scans be used to determine whether a person is inclined toward criminality or violent behavior? You will rule on that.